Go ahead, Anabel. 15 minutes, please.
Once again, good morning, good life, and happy Friday. Yes, but no shopping at all. Right, at this point of time, allow me to bring your imagination shortly to the alternative learning system in the Philippines. To help you more understand what is ALS in the Philippines, so please look at this illustration. In my country, there are two parts of basic education. It has two roads, both leading towards the attainment of basic education. One road is marked formal education, and it makes use of formal schools. The other road is marked as an alternative learning system, and it makes use of community learning centers for out-of-school youths and adults. The travelers in formal education are young, but in alternative learning system, they are both young and old, which is open to anyone regardless of age. Now, what is the basis of the alternative learning system implementation in the Philippines? It is in the Governance Act of Basic Education, known as Republic Act 9155, mandates the establishment of the alternative learning system to provide out-of-school children, youths and adults, population with basic education, and supported by Executive Order number 356, which direct the Bureau of Alternative Learning System to provide a systematic and flexible approach to reach all types of learners outside the school system. The major programs of alternative learning system. Actually, there are other programs in ALS, which is the basic literacy program for non-literate and basically literate learners, and many other support learning strategies like alternative learning system mobile library, family basic literacy, indigenous peoples education, BPOSA, or Balik Paaralan para sa out-of-school youths and adults, alternative learning system for persons with disability, APLEP, or adolescent-friendly literacy enhancement program, Alive in ALS, or Arabic language and Islamic values education, and INPED in ALS, or informal education program. But my talk today will only focus to the 10 months major program, which is the Alternative Learning System, Accreditation, and Equivalency System. Okay, the Alternative Learning System, Accreditation, and Equivalency System is an alternative to formal schooling. Its mission is to provide opportunities that will empower out-of-school youths and adult learners to continue learning in any manner, at any time, and any place they want to achieve their goals of improving their quality of life and becoming more effective contributors to the society. And it also provides an alternative certification pathway for people 11 years old and above who are unable to access the formal school system or who have dropped out of formal elementary and secondary schools. Who are the target learners? Specifically, these are the people who belongs to marginalized groups like indigenous people, farmers, fisher folks, women, adolescent, solo parent, children in conflict areas not reached by formal school system, including the rebel returnees and many others. Who delivers the program? The key persons in delivering the ENE program are the DepEd delivered, who are the regular teachers paid by Department of Education. They are called the mobile teachers like me. Or specialized teachers who live among the people in remote barangays of the country to conduct literacy classes or other learning intervention under the program of alternative learning system. And we have the another persons, we called it the district ALS coordinators that are primarily designated to harmonize the alternative learning system initiatives in a district. However, just like mobile teachers, they are also served as learning facilitators. There are also learning facilitators under DepEd procured that is contracted by Department of Education to service providers such as the non-government organization and other government organizations. There are also instructional managers who are paid by the local government units, NGOs, government organizations, international donors, and individuals, or the other one is the church-based organizations who are the DepEd partners or the Department of Education partners in the delivery and in the implementations of the alternative learning system programs. Now let's go to the venue. Venue for the learning sessions. As I said earlier, learning sessions takes place at the community learning centers or at any place convenient to the learners. Now, what are the delivery modes or the modalities in this program? Okay, alternative learning system accreditation and equivalency program are delivered in various modes, such as face-to-face, radio-based, computer-based, or independent learning. So, what is radio-based instruction? It is a delivery mode utilizing local community radio and other modes of broadcast. The core learning modules are transformed into radio scripts by the ALS implementers and produced for public broadcast. So this is the RBI. The other delivery mode is what we call computer-based instruction. It is a learning modality which provides information and communication, enhanced educational opportunities for Filipino out-of-school children, youth, and adults. Learners uses ALS digitized learning modules that are interactive and self-paced. And the traditional mode is the face-to-face sessions wherein the learning facilitators and the learners meet together in the same place and at the same time. Now, let's move on to the curriculum use. The ALS accreditation and equivalency curriculum was drawn from the 1997 Philippine Elementary Learning Competencies and 1998 Philippine Secondary Schools Learning Competencies. This reflects the set of knowledge, skills, and competencies that learners should develop to meet the minimum requirements of basic education. Okay, the major indicators, according to the major indicators of this functional literacy, grouped into 5 interrelated learning strands or equivalent to the 5 subject areas in the formal school system. So like this one, so I don't need to read this because I'm gonna kill my time. All right, the duration of this program. The accreditation and equivalency classes takes minimum of 800 hours or 10 months to complete. However, flexibility comes in dependent on the learner's progress and pace of learning. Okay, when it comes to the learner's assessment of learning, okay, in the alternative learning system accreditation and equivalency, portfolio assessment starts in diagnosing and monitoring the learner's progress before, during, and after the learning intervention. A diagnostic test is conducted using functional literacy test or FLT package to identify the entry level of the learners who wish to enroll in basic literacy program or in accreditation and equivalency program. These are the portfolio assessments we did. Okay, what are the portfolio we prepared before learning intervention? We uses, of course, the functional literacy test package to measure the literacy level of the potential learners. And we have also the recognition of prior learning. Recognition of prior learning using the 4 instruments below. Okay, this one. Okay, these instruments, what's the purpose of these instruments? Okay, the purpose of this is for recording of the learner's skills and understanding prior to starting the E&E system. Okay, for during learning intervention assessments, these are the instruments that we use in our learning centers, like this one, individual learning agreement. So this is the learning agreement between the teachers and the learners. Okay, the last one, the last assessment, the third or the last assessments we did is the certification system or the E&E test. Okay? It provides 2 levels of certification of learning achievement comparable to formal education, elementary and secondary level. Okay, what are the components of the ALS E&E certification system? So it has 2 parts, the multiple choice test and an essay in Filipino or in English. Okay. Alternative Learning System Accreditation and Equivalency Registrants or the qualified registrants to take the National Accreditation and Equivalency Test. They should have this one. They should meet these requirements. So it is very understandable. No need for me to read. Now, how can a potential test taker avail of the ALS E&E certification test? These are the requirements. Before they can register or before they registered to take the test, they should provide these requirements. So please take a glance of this. Now, test passers must meet minimum requirements. So how the E&E registrants or test takers pass the E&E test? For the elementary level, they should got 90 standard scores in multiple choice tests with not less than 2 scores in an essay. Okay, to pass the secondary level test, the registrants or the takers should get 100 scores and above in the multiple choice with not less than 2 scores in an essay. Now, after passing the national E&E test, okay, for the secondary level, what are the options for them? So, these are the options for the E&E secondary passers. They can enter college or university, enter other non-formal training programs, enter formal training programs, and so on and so forth. But to those E&E secondary passers who wish to enroll in college or in university, we have here an academic focus bridging program. So what's the objective or aims of this academic focus bridging program is to equip the ALS E&E system secondary level test passers with academic bridging competencies for successful entry and survival in college. So there are 94 modules in higher English, science, math, and essential life skills. Okay, we had also a formal agreements with the agencies, institution, and organization. Okay, I will run through. Okay, memorandum of agreement with the other educational institution that recognizes our secondary passers that they can enroll in post-secondary school and vocational training programs, college, universities, subject to the usual screening and procedures. And we have also the Civil Service Commission resolution number 0004999, recognizing the ALS, ANE, elementary and secondary certificate, their diploma as valid documents for permanent appointment to government positions, provided other requirements are met. And these are our recognition and accomplishments. Okay, the UNESCO NOMA International Literacy Award for year 2000 was awarded to the Bureau of Alternative Learning System, Philippines, for the development and implementations of the ALS ANE system. Now, another one, I will not read it anymore. Okay, I would like to show you the accomplishments, particularly in my region, in Davao region, which is in Mindanao, about our ANE test takers and test passers. Okay, for 2 years. In 2013, out of 16,000, here you can look at this, out of 16,313 test takers, 5,344 passed the test, which comprise 32.75%. In 2014, which is the latest, out of 11,106 test takers, 5,217 passed the test, which comprise 46.97%. Now, do you know this person? Do you recognize this person? Okay, I would like to introduce to you some of thousands of our successful ANE test passers. One among them is the known and famous in the world, in a famous world boxer champion, our very own Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao. Do you know him? Okay. Okay, he is Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, one of the famous boxer. In the Philippines, he was also our people champ or champion on education and declared by our former Department of Education Secretary as Ambassador for Alternative Learning System because of his courage and determination to pursue his secondary education as worth emulating, because he's one of the out-of-school adults who did not finish his high school education. On January 2007, he took the National ANE secondary test and successfully passed the exam. And now he is a graduate of a 4-year course somewhere in General Santos City. So we are proud of him, not only as a boxer, but in education. All right, to end this presentation, this is our motto. ALS, Accreditation and Equivalency System is a pathway to a better tomorrow. Agree? Okay, that's all, and thank you.